hold up this stick. Everybody sees this stick. The stick is just the stick. Everybody can see it. But you're far away, so you can't really see it very closely. When you look at it closely, somebody sees it and says, oh, this is a beautiful stick. Look at the shape. It's just magnificent. And somebody else looks at the stick and they go, boy, look at the way they finished it. They left all these lines in it. They really weren't careful. This is a shitty stick. So one person thinks it's a lovely stick, and another person thinks it's a shitty stick. It's like Joe's telephone. That's our thinking mind. Don't know mind, the stick is the stick. But our minds go, good stick, bad stick, right stick, wrong stick, my opinion, my condition, my situation, my perspective. So the don't know that we're talking about is before perspective. Before good or bad, right or wrong. Thinking is not the problem. The problem is that we're controlled by our thinking. We're controlled by our feelings. We're controlled by our perspective. We fight to protect our perspective. We're afraid of the ambiguity. We're afraid of the possibility that more than one thing is true at the same time. So we rigidly clamp down. And in doing so, we draw lines in the sand. We make right and wrong, good and bad, enemy and friend. And in a personal way, we put walls around ourselves to keep out what we don't like and bring in what we do like. And as I often say, you can see it on the international stage, where there's all this different perspective, and the different perspective leads to fighting, grasping, and violence. So don't know is very simple. Just let go, put down your opinion, just for long enough to see things as they are. And we're always talking about that in Zen practice. See things as they are. Now, interestingly, earlier I said, if you cut off your feelings, you lose information. And you actually have more trouble seeing things as they are. But also, if you're too wrapped up in your feelings, you have trouble seeing things as they are. Buddhism, and the Buddha taught the middle way. I said before that we get controlled by our thinking. We also very often are controlled by our feelings, either cutting them off or being too wrapped up in them. They're both strategies to deal with something that are controlling us. So in Zen practice, we're shifting the relationship, where feelings and thinking become tools that we can use to work with the world as it is, rather than be controlled by them and then lose contact with the world as it is. And in many ways we say our suffering is about our attachment, or our suffering stems from our attachment to our self-centered perspective. And in practice, in bowing, in chanting, in sitting, we can widen our perspective, we can pop out of our perspective and perceive the world as it is. And with wisdom, and gaining wisdom and compassion from that, we can actually more clearly work with the situations that we find ourselves in. We can use all the information with clarity and wisdom and compassion.